is truly an apocalyptic scene in Tennessee. Crews are responding to a powerful blast at a military explosives facility in the town of McEwen. Officials say that a number of people were killed in this, that others are missing. It's an explosion that shook homes miles away in the small rural community west of Nashville. Video from a man's doorbell camera captured the moment that it happened.
And that shook the whole.
Officials are set to give an update on the situation here shortly, but in the meantime, let's bring in CNN's Ryan Young. Ryan, what do we know?
Yeah, you know, this is about an hour outside of Nashville. This happened around 7:48, as you saw on that camera that we just saw from the Ring doorbell. But this blast was immense. When you look at the video from above, you can see just barely anything left. When I called the EMS to talk to them about this, they were telling us that crews initially couldn't even had to stand back to respond because there were secondary explosions. You just look at the rubble there, the cars that have been twisted and pretty much blown apart, some still on fire. This explosion rocked the area. Just hearing from people saying they felt the blast from more than a couple miles away, you understand just the ferocity of this explosion. But when you look at it, you just see how devastating it is. We have confirmed from the sheriff that there are multiple fatalities. No count given just yet, as they're trying to make sure not only is everyone accounted for, but they have to make those painful phone calls to family members who obviously know that their loved ones went to work today and then had this explosion happen. Both Hickman and Humphreys counties are working on this. We know the ATF and bomb arson units from the TBI are there as well. This explosion happening just around 7:48, but listen to what the sheriff said just about 20 minutes ago about this blast and where they are right now.
That's a hell of a bang.
I don't want to put that kind of information out there right now because we are vetting that. We've had such a massive response that now we're trying to slow down, identify things. And for those of you that was around me during the flood, we had some mistakes during the flood of some things that was put out there as names of numbers and that kind of thing. And I don't want that today. We're trying to be very methodical in what we're doing and making sure that we take the time to recognize and find out each and every one of these individuals and their family.
Brianna, you understand this is going to be a complex investigation with such a large scene like this, but you also want to get it right when you have people's families involved, so you understand the sheriff taking a beat. We do know there should be a news conference within the next.
That's a hell of an explosion. You see how big that is? Do you know how big of an explosion that has to be? Bro, that is massive. You know, one of the things that I always say to people, whether it's my daughter, whether it's people around me, whether it's Rita, whether it's the people that I love, my brothers, my sisters, all of that. And when I say my sisters, I'm talking about my brothers' wives, everything. The one thing that I always say to them is that I love them, I appreciate them. I say to you guys that I love you and I appreciate you because every day is not promised. I can only imagine. When I think about military members, when I think about police officers, firefighters, people that put their lives on the line every single day, man, honestly, like I can only imagine what their spouse go through as they leave the house every day. To be a police officer, to be in the military, to be, you know, a firefighter, to be any of these type of people, to be a lineman, you know, the people that actually be on the lines that keep our electricity and the power going on a regular basis, to be any of those type of people and to see them retire or make it home every single day is a blessing. Is a blessing. I know I got a cousin that's a lineman. Man, they work crazy hours. They be out of state. They be everywhere. They make a lot of money. They make a lot. And this is the thing, man. I don't think that women appreciate men as much as they should. I don't think that women appreciate men as much as they should. I just genuinely don't. I think that a lot of times, because we expect for things and we expect for the paycheck to hit, and you used to seeing a person coming home every day. Ladies, y'all don't know what a guy go through. Y'all don't know the type of sacrifices that guys make on a daily basis to make sure that y'all have a good life. Your husband is at construction sites. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all don't understand the type of stuff that men go through on a regular basis and the type of stuff that they have to deal with. All the time. Guys put it on the line every day. Every day they put it on the line.
About the suspect that was arrested outside a D.C. cathedral ahead of a mass marking the start of the Supreme Court's new term.
Police are revealing he had a massive supply of homemade explosives.
Bizarre guy Griff Jenkins joins us live outside Washington with the details. Hey, Griff.
Yeah, good morning, Brian, Ainsley, and Lawrence. What's really frightening about this is that Supreme Court justices were expected to attend this annual Red Mass, which marked the start of a new Supreme Court term and honored the judiciary. A 41-year-old South Jersey man named Louis Jerry arrested on the cathedral's steps with more than 200 homemade explosives. They included Molotov cocktails and vials containing nitromethane, a compound used in the Oklahoma City bombing. Now, court documents show that Jerry threatened to detonate the devices and handed officers writings expressing anger towards the Catholic Church, the Supreme Court justices, members of the Jewish faith, and get this, ICE. When officers told the man they were going to forcibly remove him, the court documents also say that he responded by telling cops, several of your people are going to die from one of these. Now, D.C. police said in a statement, during the arrest, officers observed multiple suspicious items, including vials of liquid and possible fireworks inside of the suspect's tent. The suspect is preliminarily charged with unlawful entry, threats to kidnap or injure a person, in possession of a Molotov cocktail. The investigation is ongoing. Reports say that security threat actually prevented the justices from attending, and now that suspect, Louis Jerry, is being held without bond, facing multiple charges, including possession of a weapon of mass destruction in furtherance of a hate crime. Guys?
That is nuts.
What is the obsession with trying to blow things up and blow people up and all of this stuff? What is the obsession with trying to hurt people? What do y'all have against the church? And y'all got to stop spamming the chat. You can't copy and paste it. I've seen it the first 17 times that y'all said something or that you copy and pasted it. If you want to send me something, then email me at Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com and I'll review it and see if it's something worth talking about. Otherwise, I'm doing a show. And so I can't review your video, or just because y'all copy and paste it 1,000 different times inside of the chat, don't mean that I'm about to pull it up immediately. So email it to me and then I'll check it out. What is up with y'all having such a big hate towards ICE or towards the church? I believe that there's also a lot of politicians and a lot of influencers that should be held responsible for how they're using their platforms. There's a lot of politicians that speak in hate and they put all of this stuff inside of y'all mind. Next thing y'all know, y'all ready to crash out. I'm a retired firefighter in East Orange, New Jersey. My ex told me I can't retire. Soon as I retire, she's not happy anymore. She wants a divorce. You almost like an NFL player. You are almost like an NFL player, bro. When you break up the routine and then you start to be home, they don't want to be at home with you no more. They wasn't worth being with in the first place. Listen, if she's not with you in your retirement, hey man, take care of yourself, King. Take care of yourself, King. Take care of listen, if she sit there and tell you that you got to keep working and you can't retire as a firefighter, she don't love you, bro. She don't love you. She don't have your best interest at heart. She don't want the best for you. She not holding you down. She don't look at you as a king. She just using you, bro. She's just using you. That's it. This is evil. This is demonic, as usual. And I think it's a lot of people that are, possessed, and they doing it.
That is nuts. Thank you so much, Griff. You saw the tent that was set up on the stairs. That's where they found 200 incendiary devices. grenades and bottle rockets, Molotov cocktails. He expressed hostility and disdain for the Supreme Court and for.
Why do y'all think that getting your passport fixes your problems? Just because you got a passport don't mean that that's going to fix your problem. That don't mean that they listen, they don't like y'all either over there. They only like the fact that you spending money or the possibility of getting a green card. Get your passport. That don't help you, nigga. You still you. Stop giving everybody bad advice so they can go over there and get a disease or be messing with a lady boy. That don't mean that you're going to be a better person. It don't fix your situation just because you get a passport. Stop running away from your problems.
And for the
I don't have no problems with no woman over here, and I ain't got to deal with nothing.
Catholic Church and for Jewish people.
So he told the people around him, he goes, hey, you might want to get out of here. I have explosives. And they're like, what? So you have explosives. And then he left the tent to go urinate on a tree. And that's when the cops picked him up. And basically, he had a manifesto, scribblings or some writings on 9 separate pages. He was targeting the Catholic Church, as you know, about this red mass. I didn't know anything about it, but a red mass to pray for the success of the Supreme Court.
So just a couple things. You just had a judge that allowed an attempted assassin of a Supreme Court justice to just get how many years? 6 years? 8 years? So you didn't send a strong message that this wasn't okay in this country. The next thing is the rhetoric that's been going out. I mean, he subscribes to the anti-ICE message. We're seeing that all over the country.
Didn't the governor say he's targeting for all black and brown people?
Exactly. And then you got the targeting of the facilities. We just had an assassination attempt in my hometown of Dallas. The anti-Jewish rhetoric. You got jihadis running all over this. They're saying it's all because of the Palestinian, but yet they're targeting the Jewish people. And remember, why they're targeting the conservative court is because they consider it not just the Supreme Court, but the conservative court. So they need to police their side because.
Liberals, Democrats, the hateful left, they need to be policed. Prayers up for the people over there in Tennessee, and I'm glad that they caught this guy. It's getting dangerous out here. It's very dangerous out here.